YouTube channel is the appetizer for where I really want to be. It's helping me build, this confidence to talk to you guys. It's helping me kind of organize my thoughts, kind of
listen to what people say they don't know about you and me.
What is going on, y'all? It's your girl CandyC, and you are in the place to be. Today I want to talk about college. Do you really need college to be successful? Should you force your children to go to college? Let's talk about it. So before I get started, go ahead and subscribe real quick and hit that like button and turn on that bell so that you don't miss any of these segments that I have coming up. So before we start talking about like why you should go to college or why you shouldn't go or things you should do to be successful, I just want to tell you a little bit about my backstory as it relates to college. So straight out of high school, I went to a community college, and I had the idea like, okay, I'm gonna take the general classes before I decide what I really want to do, because I don't really know what I want to do. So probably about a year after taking general classes, I made up my mind that I wanted to be a veterinarian, because I just love animals. So it's like, I love animals, I want to be a veterinarian, this is what I want to do. So I ended up working at a veterinarian hospital. Changed my mind. So I was like, all right, bet, I don't want to be a veterinarian no more, but I'm still taking general classes, so I'm good. Usually when you go to a community college, your first 2 years you come out with an associate's degree. No, not me, because I was flip-flopping between should I do this or should I do that? So I ended up deciding that I want to do accounting. So I started taking classes that was geared towards accounting. So, I wasn't finished my 2 years yet, but because I stopped taking general classes, because I wanted to get to like the core classes, like I wanted to actually make it seem like I'm doing something. I didn't want to take the same type of classes that I had just took in high school. So I changed my major to accounting. And by this time, I decided that I was going to go to a university. So I enrolled in a 4-year university, and I said, you know what, forget about getting an associate degree, I'm going to get a bachelor's degree. So I enrolled into a university, and they told me how much math I was going to have to take doing accounting. So I was like, at first I was like, okay, cool. So I took this one calculus class, and I barely passed. Like I got like a C minus. And I was like, yeah, accounting isn't where it's at, because whatever math follows this, I do not want to be a part of it. So I changed my major to computer science, because I'm like, I love computers. I want to, eventually do like, graphic designing. And those classes were so boring. I would get in trouble for talking. You had to just pretty much sit in front of the computer all day, and I'm like, So what did I do? Yep, that's right, I changed my major. So, I forgot to tell you that when I was at the community college, I thought I wanted to do photography. So I ended up taking some photography classes, which was actually pretty cool, but I was like, well, I don't really want to major in this. So anyway, fast forward. So then after computer technology, I decided to change my major to communications, because I was like, I was working at the bank at the time, and I really enjoyed going to the training classes. I was like, I want to be the person that actually trains, the trainees or whatever. So I was like, okay, I'm going to do communications. So I signed up for communications, and then I was like, but at the same time, I want my own radio show, or I want my own TV show, like a talk show type thing. And, I want to do marriage counseling, and, I want to do all this stuff. I want to be famous. So I was like, all right, I'm going to have my minor as broadcast journalism. So that was my final degree, communications with the concentration of broadcast journalism. Now, I interned at a radio show, and they had me doing commercials for the radio show, like announcements and, you know, the person that talks in between the songs. That's what I was doing. And I didn't like that at all. Like, they wanted me to sound like real energetic behind this microphone, and it wasn't there. Like, I had to be like, this is 104.1, and this Saturday at 3 p.m. we are having a all for one cookout. Like, I just couldn't do it at the time. So I was like, you know what? Whatever. I still want to have my own radio show. I just don't want to do commercials for a radio show. Well, that didn't work because I ended up just working at the bank, and then my husband joined the military, so I just became a stay-at-home mom. I didn't know what options were out there for me. I didn't know how to use my degree. I didn't know where my degree would take me. I didn't even know what I want to do in life. I didn't know what I wanted my career to be, and I still don't. I got my bachelor's degree in 2008, and now it's 2020, and I still haven't done anything with my degree. That's a lot of money. I was in school. First, I went to the 2-year college. I was there for 2 years. Then I went to a university for 4 years. 2002, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yep, for 4 years. And then after that, which was probably about 3 years ago, I decided to get a master's degree. What I want to do that for? So anyway, I decided to do a master's degree. I'm 5 classes away from completing my master's, and my master's is in human resource management. And now I'm in the military, and the military offers free college courses through tuition assistance and stuff like that. So if I had played my cards right and I knew I was going to join the military, I would have waited to go to school after I joined so that they can pay for my college, and I wouldn't have all these daggone college loans. That would have been the smart thing. Now, the question that lies is, do you really need a degree to be successful? I know a lot of people who are successful owning businesses, making a ton of money. I know some people who don't have a degree and they are well off. Now, what I think is, if there's something that you really want to do and you're really passionate about it and you really want to make a career out of it and you want to be stable and you want to have long-term financial gain, then yes, I believe that a degree can assist you with that. A degree is helpful, maybe not needed, but it's helpful. Can you move with that noise? So a degree does not guarantee success, but it will improve your chances of success. So my degree isn't going to guarantee that I get a job. It'll set me apart from my peers. It'll make me look better than the next person that's going for the same job. But do I need it? No. All I need is skill and talent. And I can get skill and talent from taking like trade courses online, or finding a job that will give me the opportunity to gain the experience needed. People want people with experience. If I was a business owner and I wanted somebody to work for me, and there were 2 people that applied, one person has a degree and one person doesn't have a degree but they have experience, I'm gonna hire the one that has experience because that's less training that I have to do. Now, granted, some occupations, doctor, teacher, lawyer, bigger career fields, you need a degree. But look at my shadow. You know how you used to do this? Y'all used to play with animals in the shadow? Who used to play with animals in their shadow? Sorry, whatever. I'm a nerd. So yeah, I can teach myself certain skills that I can take to a job and be like, look, this is what I know how to do. This is a certificate that I got doing XYZ. Like, I don't have to be in school for 6 years plus trying to get a degree that I'm not going to use. It just looks good and it just helps you. It assists you. As we get older, we always wish that we knew then what we know now. And definitely, if I knew what I know now, I wouldn't have did the college thing. I would not right away, not right after high school. I would have waited a little bit to really figure out what I want to do in life. Straight out of high school, you don't really know what you want to do. And people always tell you, oh, well, that's what you go to school for. No, because I did that. I went to school looking for what I wanted to do. And now I'm sitting here taking classes that I don't need, getting jobs that so I took a lot of classes that I didn't need. I wasted time, I wasted energy. On the flip side, I'm glad I did it, because then knowing what I didn't want to do, I kind of have a better understanding of what I do want to do. So getting a job at the veterinary hospital, having to put animals to sleep, that told me right there, okay, I don't want to be a veterinarian. Sitting there doing paperwork and accounting and you know, looking at assets and all this extra stuff, I'm like, okay, I don't want to do accounting. And then the classes being kind of a discouragement, because it's like I want to do computer science, but this class is super boring. If I had stuck with computer science technology, there's some money in that degree. But I couldn't get past the boring classes. So it's like I shorted myself. I feel like I shorted myself, man. And like now, when I have 3 children, so it's like, do I force them to go to college? Or do I force them to be business minded? And, you know, hey, let's start figuring out what you want to do now. Maybe we can open up a business later down the road. Maybe you can start planning now. Like, it's crazy. Like, I know YouTube ain't a career. Oops, did I say that? YouTube makes money. You can get money being a YouTuber and a content creator, but I personally don't feel like it's a definite career path. There's no stability in YouTube because it's forever changing. So it's like, yes, this is my passion. This is what I like to do. I like to talk. It's a platform to get me to where I want to be. It's an appetizer for that main course. That's what I feel like. My YouTube channel is the appetizer for where I really want to be. It's helping me build, you know, this confidence to talk to you guys. It's helping me kind of organize my thoughts, kind of think ahead and be a little bit more forward minded. Now, will I allow my kids to just like not do anything with their lives? No. You probably got a good 2 years of doing nothing out of me. Like, once you're in my house for 2 years after you graduate high school and you still not doing nothing, it's you know, not even 2 years. I give you about a year to, you know, get your life together. But I don't think college is that necessary if you're not trying to become a doctor, or if you're not trying to, you know, change the world. How many presidents of the United States of America got a degree? I don't know that answer. If you do know that answer, comment down below and let me know. There are so many successful people who did not get a degree to get to where they are. They knew somebody, they knew information, they were able to use what they knew to get ahead. So if I sit here and do research, if I say, you know what, I want to be a counselor, I want to be a marriage counselor, I don't have to go to somebody's university to be a marriage counselor. I can get certificates online. I can, surround myself around people who are like-minded, play the role, buy some books, read, listen to some podcasts, be around people who are doing the same thing, and just play my cards. Now, would it help that I went to college for counseling? Sure. Would it help that I went to college for psychology? Sure. But I don't feel like it's 100% needed, because it wouldn't guarantee that I get that job as a counselor. Because if I go to, I don't know, let's say I go to anybody's business and I say, hey, I want to be a counselor, I want to be a psychotherapist. They're going to look at my resume and say, okay, how many people have you counseled? And I'm going to say none. And they're going to say, okay, what experience do you have counseling? And I'm going to say, none. And they're going to say, okay, so you just have a degree? And I'm going to say, yeah. And they're going to be like, what you going to do with that degree? And I'm going to be like, hopefully work for y'all. And they're going to be like, nah, we're good. Because we can find people who actually have a background in counseling. And that's another thing. If I get a degree, so many jobs want people with experience. How do you get that experience? I'm fresh out of college. I got a degree in human resource management. How can I work in someone's HR office? I took my bachelor's degree and I searched for job after job after job after job after job and got nothing. I'm overqualified. I don't have enough experience. What is my degree used for then? Like, what's the point? Why do I have it if I can't get something simple? And that's why I joined the military, to get veterans preference, give me time to figure out what I want to do, because people look at prior service members as like a golden ticket. It's like, what? You were in the military? Bet you're hired. And that's why I joined, so that I could get a job, because my degree alone was not getting me the job that I desired. If you're wanting somebody with experience, how do I get that experience? Somebody has to give me a start. Where are the entry-level positions where all I need is a degree to get in? I haven't seen any yet. I looked for 2 years. I don't know if it varies by state, but I looked for 2 years and I couldn't find nothing. It's crazy. So I say all that to say a degree helps. A degree assists. A degree does not guarantee. So, it's up to you. If you want stability, if you want a certain type of career, and that will determine if you have to go to school or not for it. But I definitely think doing research, see what jobs are out there, see what certificates you can get, what trades you can pick up before actually enrolling into someone's college for a bachelor's degree. See what grants are out there, see what programs are there to assist people in that field, because you don't want to be over your head with student loans like me. You don't. So always be career minded and just think about what your passion is and what you actually enjoy doing, what you're willing to do, what you want to do. So yeah, just think about it. Think about it for yourself. Think about it for your kids. Work for yourself. Open up some businesses. That's what you should do. And that's all I have.